culture and commerce, and yes, spices, coffee and sugar. India's relations with Ethiopia, the emerging East African dynamo, and the seat of a proud ancient civilization, are literally sugar sweet. No friction or issues, but only an unfolding narrative of win-win cooperation. In many ways, India's multifaceted cooperation with Ethiopia forms a microcosm of India's dynamic partnership with the resurgent African continent, which pivots around three T's: trade, training, and technology. Capacity development and developmental cooperation are the twin pillars of the burgeoning India-Ethiopia partnership.
All indications, all numbers, all realities show that the relationship between India and Ethiopia is blossoming. This could be manifested, be it in the line of credits, Indian investors.
If India has technology, funds, and expertise, Ethiopia had resources, enterprise, and hard-working people. This winning blend is reflected in India-Ethiopia partnership in the sugar industry. India's lines of credit worth $640 million has upgraded and transformed Ethiopia's sugar industry. If all goes well, this year Ethiopia will move from being an importer of sugar to a net exporter of sugar.
Imagine Ethiopia transforming its economy from agriculture to industry. See, we have a vision of transforming our economy, that of agriculture, to industry in the year 2025. And also in the same year, we're targeting to be a middle income country. Therefore, this sugar industry is the first milestone in that achievement.
The success of this partnership in the sugar sector and in other developmental projects have generated enormous goodwill for India in Ethiopia. At over $1 billion, Ethiopia is the single biggest recipient of Indian lines of credit in Africa. Besides $640 million soft loans for setting up 3 sugar factories in Ethiopia, other LOC-assisted projects in Ethiopia include $65 million for a power transmission and distribution project and $300 million for a railway line project that connects Ethiopia to Djibouti. India also emerged as among the top 3 foreign investors in Ethiopia, with approved Indian investments estimated to be around $4 billion. Bilateral trade has already exceeded $1 billion.
The Indian drugs are very appropriate for Africa. Why? Because they're generic. They are not branded with these fancy names, fancy packages, and this and that, which build up the cost. What do we need in the future? Like what I said for African countries is also true for Ethiopia, that we need more investors, more value addition, and so on.
While commerce, business, and development remain key facets of India-Ethiopia cooperation, it's in the area of knowledge partnership and people-to-people contacts that the partnership has acquired a special resonance. India's signature project, Pan-Africa E-Network, is working quite successfully with the Tele-Education Center at Addis Ababa University and the Telemedicine Center at the Black Lion Hospital in Addis Ababa, changing the lives of millions of Ethiopians. Educational exchanges remain as robust as ever, with the number of training slots under ITEC going up to above 200 in 2014-15. The blossoming India-Ethiopia ties are complemented by around 6,000 people of Indian origin and expat Indians who have made this vibrant African country their home. Generations of Ethiopians recall fondly their memories of being taught by Indian teachers and professors, and Bollywood blends well with the infectious lilt of Ethiopian music. With this effortless blending of commerce and culture, music and knowledge, one can expect new notes in the exquisite symphony of India-Ethiopia relations.